0452.
Yeah.
Okay. So for companies accounts, first we need to I need to tell you about the companies. There are two types of business organization. One is a public limited company. That is, in companies there are two types of business organizations. That is public limited company, and another is
Private limited.
private limited company. You would have observed this in your surroundings that there are two types of companies. What's the basic difference? Because sometimes this difference come in your MCQs. Okay,
Yeah.
so these are small things, but obviously every marks count for your grade. Okay, so let's suppose if you are not able to do good your paper two, so paper two, paper one balances your overall paper or
Yeah.
overall. Okay, so that's why it's better to go for the theory part two. So public limited companies, what are the features of public limited company? There are a lot of shareholders. There are a
Shareholders.
lot of shareholders. And what is a shareholder? Do you have any idea?
The person who puts shares in the companies, right? So they are the shareholders. The people who buy shares, purchase shares.
Let's make it easier. Owners of the company. Okay, these
Okay.
are the shareholders. Let's suppose you are and you want to buy some interest or stake in any company. You want to buy a stake, that means a proportion of the company, in order to get the profit. Why shareholders invest in the company? That is the biggest question. Shareholders invest in the company in order to get the gains. Okay, in order to get the benefit. They
Yeah.
get the benefit in two ways. The first type of benefit is the dividend. Dividend means a share of profit. In
Uh-huh.
companies accounts, we don't say share of profit, we say it is dividends. Okay, so
Okay.
the reason for investing is dividends, and dividends means share of profit. I'm writing this because you are recording the meeting, so it becomes easier for you to go again for this topic.
Yeah.
Dividends, share of profit, and share of profit, and other than dividend we have capital gain. What is that? I'll explain that. Capital gain. Capital gain means today your share is at $40 per share. This was the price when you bought the share, and now your share is trading at $52 per share. So $12 is your gain if you sell the share. So these are the two ways your shareholders get the gain. Your shareholders earn something. So that is the main reason they invest in the company. Sir, how do they invest in private public limited company? They invest in public limited company through stock exchange.
Okay.
Okay, and that's why sometimes public limited companies are called listed companies. These are called as listed companies. Sometimes the reason is that because they are listed on the stock exchange list where the shares are trading. Have you seen the trading of stock exchange on television?
No, but there are so many apps for it, like where they show how the stocks
Sometimes
are.
there are arrows of green arrows like this, it means it is going up, and red
And
arrows
red.
like this,
Yeah, yeah.
they are going down. Okay, CNBC is the best channel where you can see the performance of the stock market. They are continuously updating their channel live by
Okay.
giving the current situation of the shares. Okay, so when the company is in increase in this capital gain, when the shareholders are getting the capital gain, this is why, this is what can be the reason. The reason for this could be that the company is not giving dividend this time. This time the company may be investing the whole amount for future prospects. Let's suppose I am a company and I'm investing this amount in order to buy some shares in another company.
Uh-huh.
Company A, let's write it down. Company A is buying shares in company B. Okay, so what happens? This means that this company A is growing. Okay,
Yeah.
the company A becomes the owner of company B, so company A is growing. This way the investors have an idea that if the company is growing this time, if the company is expanding by purchasing another company, so what happens? Because of purchase, because of purchasing another company, because of purchasing the shares in other companies, the company would have good amount of profit in the future.
Right.
So that's the main reason your share price goes up, this $40 to $52. And when your share price goes up, many of the people sell the shares, and some of the people still retain it with the information that the share price will rise more than $52 per share in the future time period. Okay,
Right.
But it all depends on the type of information. It all depends on your qualifications. It all depends on your expertise in the stock exchange market. If you and me go to stock exchange market at any point in time, so we will face some difficulties in the earlier time period. But there are a lot of people who have invested uh, millions of amounts in the stock exchange, and they know that how to handle the stocks, how to handle the shares, and where to invest, where not to invest.
Yeah.
Like in COVID situation, you have observed this thing, that the industry which was going up was the industry which was pharmaceutical industry. Okay, the doctors, the medicine, these industries were not going down. The reason is that because COVID, this industry earned a lot in the COVID time period. Okay, but before COVID, what happened? Before COVID, all the industries were earning a lot. But now after the COVID, I'm saying that the time period at which the COVID was at its peak, so pharmaceutical industry was
The most.
making a good amount of profit at that time,
Yeah.
because of the vaccines, because of the masks, because of the sanitizers. They were earning a lot in that time period, and because of the beds, even hospitals and these things, there was a lot of consumption of these. The petrol industry was not earning good. What I can say, the education industry suffered a lot. The technology industry suffered a lot. The automobile industry suffered a lot, because at that time people were losing their jobs, so they were not like that they were purchasing some cars or anything. They were trying to save a lot of amount at that time, because that situation was
Right.
difficult or uncertain in the future time period.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So now let me tell you about the public private limited company. Private limited company means that the shareholders are also here. Okay, and what are shareholders? The owners of the company.
Yeah.
Again, same concept. So now what's the difference between private and public limited company? This is under the public sector, this is under the private sector.
Right.
Okay, remember this, because a lot of students make this mistake, that if it is a public limited company, it's in private sector, it's in public sector. They say this thing, don't quote this. These both are in private sector. Okay, shareholders could be family, it could be friends, it could be relatives, anyone I know. Okay, anyone I know personally can become my shareholder in a private limited company. Anyone who is outside my range, if I don't know anyone, so I cannot sell the share to that person. So the main category involves the family, friends, and relatives. Okay.
Okay.
Other than that, there is well, I cannot say that I can sell the share. But in public limited company, there are a lot of shareholders. You list your shares in the stock exchange. Every other person who's coming to stock exchange, or every other person who's investing in stock exchange, purchases the shares, and it is not mandatory, it is not necessary that I should know the person. There will be a lot of unknown people who would be purchasing my shares. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is a prime difference between private limited company and public limited company. In public limited company, we have listed shares in the stock exchange, anyone can buy the shares. But in private limited company, only these people can buy the shares.
Okay.
Here there is one advantage, that the ownership is not lost. Okay, ownership is not lost. As I'm saying, family, maybe maybe me, my brother and my sister, we all have purchased the shares, so
Uh-huh.
the family becomes the owner. Okay,
Yeah.
and if we have friends, so the friends become the owner, or if we have relatives, the relatives become the owner. It means the ownership is confined to those people which are known. Okay,
Uh-huh.
but in this case, in public limited company, the ownership is not confined to that. The owners are vast majority. Owners are shareholders. And I don't know, maybe you have purchased some of the shares of my company in Dubai,
Uh-huh.
and I'm sitting in Pakistan. You have purchased it from Dubai. So
Yeah.
what happened if you purchase the shares and I don't know you at all? So you are the owner of my company. So here what happens? There is a concept which is termed as diverse between ownership and control. Ownership and control.
Control.
Ownership means you are the owner of the company, you own that. But control means the one who runs the company. Okay,
Yeah.
person who runs the company are the directors. Let's suppose you are a shareholder of my company. I am a shareholder of my company. There are a lot of people in the whole world who are the shareholders of the company, and there are 500 distinct shareholders, 500 shareholders in all over the world of my company. Do you think they all can manage the company?
No.
Let's suppose if a person is saying increase the profit of the company, okay, so
Yeah.
maybe B person is saying that the company should change the workers. C worker might be saying that we need to change the objective of making profit to giving charities to other people.
Uh-huh.
So I have only quoted the example of three people. If there are 500, so 500 people means 500 desires, 500 directions, and a company cannot go in 500 directions. Okay. So what happens? There is a concept which is related to as AGM, annual general meeting. Annual general meeting. This AGM is announced once in a year. Once in a year is mandatory. Okay.
Okay.
Once in a year is mandatory by the SECP. SECP is a regulatory body in Pakistan, that is Securities Exchange Commission of Pakistan. Dubai, there would be any other regulatory body. So in Pakistan and in generally, we observe this trend that once in a year it's mandatory to have an AGM, annual general meeting. In that AGM, the shareholders vote for the directors. There are 7 to 8 persons who are nominated, or 8 to 10 persons, maybe it depends on the company. So they are nominated as the directors, and in the AGM, the shareholders vote for them. The
Right.
person who gets the majority votes wins as a director. That person becomes the next director of the company.
Okay.
Okay, getting it? So
Yeah.
this is how the directors are appointed. Now, directors are not the owners of the company, but they are controlling it, and the owners are shareholders.
Yeah.
Now you got the difference that why it is called diverse between ownership and control.
Yes.
This is a long story. I hope I was able to deliver it effectively.
Yes, it was fine. I understood.
There is a lot of theory part in companies. Before we go for the practical calculations, because in every topic we observe this thing that once we cover something in the half of the class, then the other half of the class we start the calculations. But companies accounts, there is a lot of depth in the theory part, and there are MCQs which come in the paper. There are questions which come in paper too after the question. Let's suppose there is some calculation. After that, the examiner is giving you a question. If you're not good in that knowledge, you cannot answer that question. And if you cannot answer that question, 4 to 6 marks are lost in that, in the
Right.
20 mark. Okay, so that's why we need to be clear on this. So ownership is not lost. Ownership is within the hands of the family, friends, or relatives in private limited company. And the benefit of that, again, we get either dividends, we get either capital gain, dividends or capital gain. And again the same things and same story of this, but the only prime difference is that this is listed in the stock exchange, this is not listed. There is there is a diverse between ownership and control, and here we have no diverse between ownership and control. The owners are also the controllers. Okay,
Right.
now let's come to this debate of dividend. Dividends are a part of profit or a share of profit given to shareholders. Okay,
Yeah.
given to shareholders, or in the bracket I'm writing the owners. What are the owners called? Now that's the question. What are the owners called in company accounts? Now we will study the answer to this question is over here. There are types of shares. Okay,
Yeah.
two types of shares. One is preference share, and I hope we got an MCQ in the past papers earlier.
Yeah, we did go through few of them.
So now I'll be explaining everything in detail. Okay, I need to write it down again. preference shares, and another is ordinary shares. Preference shares, as the name suggests, they are preferred in terms of profit distribution.
Okay.
Profit distribution. What does it mean? It means that they are given the profit first. So if I'm saying profit, it means
The capital gain.
the dividend.
Yeah, the dividend.
Capital gain means getting the profit on the selling of shares that they do on their own. Okay, that task is done voluntarily. Let's suppose if I want to sell the share, the company is not involved in that. I'll sell it in the stock exchange market, I'll get the gain. So the company is not involved in any of the process of capital gain. Okay, but in terms of dividend, in terms of profit distribution, the company is involved. So preferred in terms of profit distribution, and their percentage is fixed. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll write it over here. Their percentage is fixed. It will be given in the question. Their percentage is fixed. It will be written in your examination in the questions. 8% preference dividend. So what is this 8%?
On profit, whatever 8% they'll get.
8% preference shares, it will be written, and the amount will be, let's suppose, 1 lakh. So what we'll do, we'll get the 8% of 1 lakh. Okay.
Yeah.
This is an example of this preference shares. Ordinary shares, they are owners of the company, but preference shares are not the owner of the company. Okay,
Yeah.
they are the owners of the company and get profit if anything is left over after preference shareholders are given dividends. Okay, one question over here. So what if nothing is left?
Then they won't get anything.
They won't get anything. That's a simple answer, and that is the answer of this question. That is, they won't get anything. So sir, why they would be with us if they don't get anything? That's my question again.
Because they too are shareholders.
Sorry.
They too are shareholders, but I think for preference shares, those people invest a fixed amount, so they have to get their interest back, whatever they get on profit.
Okay,
Whether,
that
yeah.
would be if they're not getting anything, so maybe they will be getting something in terms of capital gain. Their share price might be rising at that time.
Uh-huh.
So preference shares are of two types. I'll go in the depth of the theory part. Preference shares are of two types. So I'll write over here. Are of two types. One is irredeemable. Irredeemable shares, preference shares, and another is redeemable preference shares. These are the part of the equity. They are not paid back. That means whatever the amount has been invested, that will not be paid back to the preference shareholders in any case, until unless the company is dissolved, until unless the company is shut down. Okay,
Yeah.
they will not. Irredeemable means they will not get it, but redeemable means they will get back the shares after a time period. They will get back the shares after a certain time period. After a certain time period. So this means they are as liability on us. If it is, they have to be paid after 5 years, so it is non-current liabilities. And if they have not to be paid, repaid, so it is the equity section.
Okay.
Getting it? Irredeemable means that they are the part of the funding, but redeemable means that it is type of a loan to us, that they will be, that will be repaid after some time.
Yeah.
Okay, so the treatment becomes difficult. The treatment becomes different. Redeemable will go in the non-current liabilities if it is more than 1 year. Irredeemable will go to the equity section in the capital part. Okay.
Yeah.
If nothing is mentioned, so it is by default in the equity section. It means they are funding us. Preference dividend is also of two types. One is cumulative, another is non-cumulative. Cumulative means that if a company fails to give the dividend in first year, okay, the first year there was not a good amount of profit and the company did not give the dividend. In the second year, the company is giving the dividend. So what will happen, because of being cumulative in nature, the company will have to pay for the first year and the second year in the second year, both.
Uh-huh.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay. If you miss the dividend for first year, so what will do, in the second year you will give the dividend of the first year which was missed out, and for the current year, that is the second year, so both the dividends will be given in the second year. So this is called cumulative. But if I talk about non-cumulative, if the company misses out any dividend in first year and the company is giving dividend in second year, so the company will only give the dividend of second year. So this is called non-cumulative. Cumulative means adding up, accumulate. It is a term which is derived from accumulate. Getting it?
Yeah.
Okay. So far everything absorbed, or is this becoming overwhelming or a lot of information for you to digest?
It's fine.
It's fine. Okay. What I'll suggest, that there are three things. I'll tell you this to continue this topic. There are three things we'll do in this topic. First, we have first, second, and third. First, we have this income statement which we have to make.
Mhm.
Then we have the statement of financial position. Statement of financial position. And there is third thing which is there. Statement of financial position, and there is third thing which is there, which is
Statement of
statement
equity.
of changes in equity.
Yeah.
This is something new which we have to make in this topic. Changes in equity. The sequence would be like this. We'll make this over here, the second thing, then we'll make the statement of financial position. Whatever the equity section is made in the statement of changes in equity, that will go as it is in the financial position. Okay. Now the last part of the advices will be given to you as a theory part. Then we'll go for the MCQs practice. I'll give you the paper, and I'll give you the paper, and I'll ask you to practice the paper. Then we'll discuss the question, because giving a lot of information in one class, I don't think it's good, because you will forget everything.
Yeah.
So talk about the types of reserves, then I'll end theory part. Types of reserves. There are a lot of types of reserves. Reserves means you are setting aside some amount of profit or some amount of cash for anything. This is called a reserve.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have first, which is retained earning. This is also a reserve. Retained earnings. The word retained, it is suggesting you that this earning has been retained by the company. That means this earning was not distributed to the shareholders. It was given back to the company and saved for the future purpose. Okay, so that's why it is called retained earnings. The profit of the year goes in the retained earnings.
Uh-huh.
Okay. The dividend is deducted from retained earnings. There are two types of dividends. One is interim, another is final. Interim dividends, as the word is suggesting, interim means within the year, during the year. So that's called interim. Final means the end of the year. So there are two types of dividends which are given. So dividends are two types, interim and final. It is also incorporated in the retained earnings. Then we have transfer to general reserve. To general reserve, this is a okay. So these things are plus minus from these, and we get the answer of this. Okay. The second thing is the general reserve. The general reserve is maintained by the company to incorporate, to have some cash or have some amount set aside in order to deal with the future uncertainties. Okay, so that's why it is called general reserve. You will get the adjustments in your questions that this amount is transferred to general reserve. Okay. Third is, we have in the equity section, we have the share premium. Share premium. Now this is something what I can say, technical. Do you know what is par value?
No.
Par value or face value is the value of the share according to the company, the book value of the share. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's suppose if I know that the share value according to me is $1. Okay, for my share. Then majority of times you will get the questions which is the par value is $1. Okay. But the shares were issued at $2.5. Sir, why they were issued at a higher price? Because they would be trading at a higher price in the stock exchange. Okay.
Okay.
Whatever the price is of my company, that will be something different according to my book value. Let's suppose if I'm saying, if I give you the example of non-current asset, if I'm saying the asset of equipment is valued at 15,000 in my books, and we have seen a lot of questions in the depreciation topic that sometimes the asset which is worth as 15,000 is sold at 18,000 in the market. Agreed?
Oh, yeah.
But sometimes the asset is sold at less than 15,000 in case of loss. Agreed?
Yeah.
Because the market is different from our books. Whatever we record in our books, that is something different, and whatever the market is doing, that is something different. Okay.
Yep.
The market would be trading at $2.5 per share. According to me, the par value, the value of the share is $1. So what is the difference between 2.5 and 1?
It's 1.5.
Yes. So 1.5 per share becomes my share premium. The word is saying premium. Whatever I'm charging more for my share premium, share premium. Okay. And the last is share capital. I hope you would be exhausted at this time because of a lot of theory. Share capital is the reserve in the equity section, which is the shares of the company, which are ordinary shares. Okay. This share capital is termed as ordinary shares.
Okay.
And any questions so far? A lot of theory has been covered today.
Not really.
Not really. I'll suggest you go through the video again after the class. It would be highly advisable for this topic at least, so that you're able to catch up with the MCQs and with the questions which come in the paper too. I'll give you a paper of P1
Okay.
to practice, and then after you are done with the practice, then we will discuss the answers in the class.
Okay.
In the last class, we did the 21 variant of the paper, that was 11.
Yeah.
11. Okay, so I'll try to get the 21 12 this time.
Okay.
Yeah, how did you memorize the income statement format?
Sales less sales returns total stock. No, then it is net sales, then less cost of goods sold, then opening inventory.
How did you
Yeah,
learn this? How did you learn this?
I understood it mostly, and then I kept repeating it, so it's got by hearted.
Okay, you understood, and after that, what did you do?
Then, because of so many chapters which have that one same question of income statement, it got like ratified in my head that this is how it's supposed to be.
Okay, because I'm asking this question for my own students. They are thinking that this is something difficult to remember. Some of them are like you, that they remember everything and they do the whole question correct. And some of the students remember it half, and the other half is gone. They include the balance sheet items in the income statement. So that's why I was asking from the student's perspective to you that how it is easy for you to understand.
Because
Okay,
no,
so
if you don't understand the income statement format, then they will
mm,
mess it up for sure.
yes, so I need to give more questions, I guess. This is the answer from your perspective.
Yeah, because if you keep repeating it and then you will understand your mistake and then you won't make that mistake again.
Okay. So I've sent you the paper in the chat box,
Yeah, I got it.
and I'll also require this recording from you so that I can use it for my own classes. If once you are done with the saving of this recording, then you can send it to me
Yeah,
after the class.
okay, I'll email it to you.
Okay. So currently this is paper variant 13, the same June 2021 paper. The things are different, I guess. You solve this paper till the 35 MCQs, then we'll discuss this one by one. Okay.
Okay.
And if there is something which is difficult for you and you are taking a lot of time to understand, then leave that aside. We'll do it together.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jia, how many questions you are done with?
Almost done with the whole paper.
You're done with the whole paper. So what you can do, you can save this paper with yourself with the answers,
Yeah.
and we'll discuss it in the next class. I'll text you on WhatsApp. Maybe we could have some extra classes in the next week so
Yeah.
that we can sit the
Tomorrow
three
we're
of you.
having our class, right?
Sorry.
Tomorrow are we having our class in the morning?
Yes, that is the same routine we'll follow in the morning.
Okay.
And other than tomorrow's class, I'll schedule some of the extra classes for the classes we have missed so far.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So goodbye.
Bye bye.